speaking of other formerly rich guys who are blowing their cash, Elon Musk.
Nice segue. Nice segue.
Thank you. See, we're slowly getting better.
Goodness. Okay, here we go.
So Elon Musk,
I've
who,
been this week, so what's he been up to?
well, the formerly wealthiest man in the world, now second wealthiest, probably soon to be third, who's now lost over $106 billion just in the last few months. He's had problems with Twitter. That he's the CEO of Twitter, and they had a lot of problems. He came in, he fired half the staff, so they had 7,500 people. Then they had like 37, and then he told those 37, "Well, you guys need to work harder and go to the max, or you can take your severance and leave." And all but like it was less than 1,000 stayed. Pretty much everybody's like, "Fine, I'll take the severance. F you, I'm out of here."
Yeah, how could you not see that people were going to do that?
I don't know, because I don't know what he's
I mean,
thinking.
clearly he did a terrible job. Like, you don't even need like a crystal ball to predict that.
Well, plus Twitter before was a house of cards. I mean, so many people use it. You only have 7,500 guys, men and women running it. I mean, that thing is bound for bugs and hacks. I mean, it's so to cut your staff down that much. I mean, the thing is probably running on fumes right now. So he's had to sell a lot of his Tesla shares in order to keep funding this. But he still is. I think last I read, he was behind. It's a couple months behind on the rent for Twitter. Their headquarters in San Francisco. Anyway, so here's what happened. There was a Twitter account, and he said that he was going to be the big free speech guy, right? Not that free speech applies to Twitter because it's not the government, right? But we can skip past it. And he was like, "I'm not going to ban these people," and blah, blah, blah. And one of them was that he said he wasn't going to ban is a guy who, I forget what it's like Musk Jet or something like that is his Twitter handle. And he just posts the location of Musk's private jet, which is all public information. It's not like this is private. Because jets have to plan flight plans and all that stuff, right? Otherwise, planes run into each other.
Necessarily literally announce them. Even like, there's a lot of things that are public information that you don't literally announce.
Sure, but still, he said that's fine. I'm not gonna ban this guy or suspend him or anything. And then he did. And then a bunch of reporters went on and said, "Well, look, he said he wasn't going to do this. He was the big free speech guy, and now he's gone back on his word." So what did Trump do, or not Trump, but Musk do? He suspended all these reporters. And his excuse was, "Well, I'm suspending you because you posted the link to his former Twitter account, which is doxing me because it tells people where my jet is." And it's like, yeah, but that's public information. But in the banning of all these people in his announcement, he put the work addresses of a lot of these reporters. So he's doxed them at the same time. And then what happened was, because there's nobody at Twitter, hardly, yeah, they're suspended, but a lot of them were able to set up their own chat rooms and still go on Twitter. And so a bunch of these reporters get together on a Twitter chat room and they were talking. And this is like late at night, one night after this happened. And guess who showed up to talk to them? Elon Musk. We have a bit of it right here. The majority report clipped it, and we're gonna watch this. So Musk cold calls into a chat with a bunch of reporters to explain what he's doing.
In the last few hours, with a handful of journalists being banned.
Well, as I'm sure everyone who's been doxxed would agree, showing real-time information about somebody's location is inappropriate, and I think everyone on this call would not like that to be done to them. And there's not going to be any distinction in the future between journalists, simple journalists, and regular people. Everyone's going to be treated the same. They're not special because you're a journalist. You're a Twitter. You're a citizen. So good Twitter. No special treatment.
Pause for a second.
You get suspended.
Okay, so this is the majority report. So this is Matt Bender. He's going to explain a little bit about this real quick.
You could hear him typing in the background, and I'm almost positive he was making that first poll while he was typing.
Yeah.
And that's probably why he wasn't happy with it, because he wasn't, giving it his whole attention. to be able to realize that he didn't want to give so many options. But he was totally typing and posting that poll in the background while he was talking in that Twitter space.
Okay, so the poll. So this was the other dumb thing he was doing. So while that was going on, he posted a poll, and the poll was, he asked all the people on Twitter. He said, "Okay, do you think I should unban all these journalists?" And he's like, "Right now, and a day from now, or whatever, right?" And almost everybody said, "No, you should unban them right now or unsuspend them right now." And then he said, "Wait, I miswrote that poll, so that poll doesn't count. I'm going to write another poll." And he put another poll out, and I think that one ends. I don't know if it ended now or tomorrow or whatever it is, but that poll, last it was up, it was 70% saying, "No, you should unsuspend them all right now, unban them all right now." So that's what they're making fun of. So he's writing this poll while he's trying to justify himself, which you can hear him typing in the background. So this is what I love about it. I'm not a journalist. I've known journalists, and I certainly would not be cold calling a journalist on record, let alone 15 or 20 in the same chat, right? To give this announcement with no preparation, I would have my PR person do it, because they're going to catch you doing something stupid or saying something stupid. On top of that, it's like, okay, if I were doing that, I certainly wouldn't be typing a tweet at the same time. I would be very focused on what I was saying and how I was saying it. So
Yeah, like, what are you doing, man?
I
What
know.
are you doing?
he's just
This is one of those times multitasking is not where it's at.
no, you don't want to do it. So let's see if we can get. I just want to get to the end of this here real quick. Oh yeah, here it is.
Research
Yeah,
shows
watch.
people remember commercials with nostalgia. So to help you remember that, Liberty Mutual customizes your...
Okay, so this is the end of it.
To them, and there is not going to be any distinction in the future between journalists, so-called journalists, and regular people. Everyone's going to be treated the same. You're not special because you're a journalist. You're a Twitter. You're a citizen. So no special treatment. You dox, you get suspended. A genius story. Does that work here? So and ban evasion, or trying to be clever about it. Like, I posted a link to the real-time information. It's obviously that is obviously simply trying to evade the meaning. There's no different than actually showing real-time information.
So when you're saying posting a link to it, I mean, some of the people like Drew and Brian Mack from the New York Times who were banned were they were reporting on it in the course of sort of pretty normal journalistic endeavors. You consider that like a tricky attempt at ban evasion?
You show the link to the real-time information, ban evasion, obviously.
Drew, I don't think you were posting the real-time information, right?
I mean, well, you're suggesting that we're sharing your address, which is not true, and you're suggesting that we're posting. We never. I never posted your address.
They posted a link to the address.
We posted a link. In the course of reporting about Elon Jet, we posted links to Elon Jet, which are now not online and now banned on Twitter. And Twitter also, of course, marks even the Instagram and Mastodon accounts of Elon Jet as harmful. We have to acknowledge, using the same exact link blocking technique that you have criticized as part of the Hunter Biden New York Post story in 2020. So what is different here and there?
It's no more acceptable for me, for you than it is for me. Same thing. So anyway,
so it's unacceptable what you're doing.
So let me get this so you understand, because this is what's really funny. So he's saying, if you post a link to another link or anything that could sort of be related to maybe where my jet is, that would be doxing me or giving away my location, which could be dangerous to me, kind of thing, right? And that would be bad. And they're saying, yeah, but we did it secured under your guidelines. And he said, well, no, but that's bad and that doesn't count. And they're saying, well, wait a minute. you posted all the links to this Hunter Biden story a couple weeks ago that were links to what used to be nude photos of Hunter Biden and places he's lived and and where he lives, and you posted all that. So wait, so you doxed Hunter Biden by your own standard? How are you not banned? Because you're saying we're doing it. You did the same thing, and we did it exactly with the same secured system you did it. But when you do it, it's okay. And then what did he do? Oh, well, okay, well, but then you can't, and then I'm leaving. And then he ran away.
That's ridiculous.
So this has all been bad. But then he banned Mastodon. They brought that up, which is a competitor of theirs, right? So they're no longer allowed on Twitter because he's freaking out. Plus, he's only like 17% shareholder now in Tesla, right? So he only has 17% of the vote. And most of the board is sitting there going, look, Elon, Tesla's stock is tanking right now because you've tied our reputation to yours. And you were screwing this whole thing up at Twitter, and you're on the news looking like an idiot every day. So our stock is in the toilet. Tesla's down billions for their shareholders. So now, what do you think the odds are they renew his contract in January as the CEO, or if he's kicked off as CEO from Tesla? So now he's looking at that. So he's going to lose that income, right? He's going to be stuck with Twitter and with SpaceX, and SpaceX doesn't make any money, and Twitter doesn't make any money. So he's basically tied himself to a sinking ship here.
It's like the Titanic.
Oh yeah.
You know how that movie ends. I mean, you might not totally be sure what's going to happen in the 2 hours in between the beginning and the end, but you definitely know what's happening at the end.
Well, let me let you know. This is how you know they've already ripped out the lifeboats right here. Musk is seeking new Twitter investors at the same price he paid. So now he's going out and they're begging investors to come in at $54.20 a share, which is what he paid for it. It's not worth that anymore. Right now, it's not even trading. So if you go on and you look at it, you can't even buy or sell Tesla shares. Or not Tesla, Twitter. You can't even trade them. They're unlisted right now.
They're unlisted. I didn't realize they went unlisted.
They went unlisted as soon as he took over. Otherwise, I would have shorted the hell out of Twitter, man. I wanted to so bad, but they enlisted it. And so, yeah, so it's completely enlisted. And now him and he's calling all his friends saying, hey, can we get as many people as you can to see if they'll buy it? But at $54.20, I don't know who they're going to find that's going to want to buy it at the price it was 3 months ago.
Oh, no.
3 months ago, you had 7,500.
He's dropped that way down.
Well, 75 months ago, you had a lot of good press and 7,500 employees. Now we haven't paid the rent in a few months, and we've got less than 1,000 employees, and we're in the news every week about something stupid. So I don't know what his strategy is, but he's a special boy. He's a special boy.